our affiliates call it mind learning. It's a very unique type of learning, which now states and puts you in a position where you come in with your ideas. I basically say, I want to know about this. I ask you instead of me telling you. And then me asking you then gives me a glimpse of exactly where you are in mindset. And then I line up with you, and then I make examples that I... Welcome everyone to Varsity on Record. Light is particularly a wave that it resonate with generations. Today I'm flying solo, but light is still particularly a wave. And we're still going to discuss everything that is in education, sustainability. Beautiful things 2022 has passed, and a lot that we say. We're going to review the PUA, the Pre-University Academy, this week. I wish I could. I wish I could. Which I am going to though. But it's going to be separated into parts. We're going to have an extra run into it. That has a better discrepancy and a better in touch shift. I believe hopefully will be a physical interview this time around, so that everybody can really get in touch with it, and it just won't be more that audio that you guys saw with that flashy stuff going on there. But yeah, today we're just going to be merely talking about the Pre-University Academy. We're going to be talking about one of those solar stuff that was created to help clean water. Many people in Africa don't have clean drinking water, to say the least, which is morally so safe drinking water. So you need such things. You have as well some of the other aspects of sustainability and transport. You have Dr. Rosette Phillips' workshop coming up, which is going to be talking more about the future of work people. I think that's something. It's coming up on the 28th of February. We promote. But yeah, we're just going to be merely boosting on that. And a secret that I might spill today, spill on the next episode, as to who really is helping progress the Varsity on Record. I wonder who it can be and what type of impact are they bringing to the very same society. It's a very interesting topic. I should be wearing my glasses, right? Definitely not today. But yeah, so that's more so what we're going to really be talking about. I'm not going to touch on your load shedding stuff. I touched on that. It was a welcome episode. We just touched on things that were unnecessary. Some of the Matric results as well. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about the Department of West, a bit, Education Department more so. Ups and standards. I believe I just want to give praise to MEC Viola Mutsumi. I'm excited about what she's bringing to the fore in terms of leadership in the education department, more especially within the Northwest itself. Look, what she's doing 100% I believe is unmatched. So far, the form of which she's interacting with these schools, literally motivating and bringing morale back into these very same schools, which at most, most of the schools within the Northwest area are morally so disadvantaged, so this is also where some of our other affiliates being teacher and tutors and The Secret will be are literally operating and are mostly active in. And this is where these affiliates of ours literally go on and help students achieve great results as well. I am ecstatic about everything that is going on into that future. The Matric results came out, right? Northwest came in at 1.6%. Right now you're saying, yeah, I'm born from the Northwest, so I'm going to talk about the Northwest. and the education strides that they'll be doing. And we wish to really see that impact run around across South Africa. That's where the PUA comes in, right? The PUA comes in at that point where now we are basically talking things that run, programs that are more of building global leaders. We've spoken about this before. Concepts which also thrive in preparing kids for university. So when they get to university, they can know as to when they are affiliated to these other global individuals, they are well of competing stature, right? Very, very good competence. This is what it is. I might be flying solo today, but that doesn't mean that I am solo on convo, right? I'm talking to you guys. That's the major thing that to really look into, really look forward to. But at best, the PUA, it's time for the review now. The PUA is one of the most prestigious, I believe, programs within the country right now, right? More especially with our affiliates being in line and in tune with education. They are very, very much in tune with education. Every single thing that our affiliates touch is based on education, and hence you're also seeing this very same podcast. So very soon I'll be spinning the secret. It might be on this episode. We might be waiting for it. Just keep on waiting. It's not gonna be a long episode. I'm alone, so I don't think I'll speak that much of most things as we really go about everything, But more so, let's just break a few things down into what really happened in the prior week. Students, grade 12 that just made it through to the next level, which is varsity in this case. Well done. Well done. And the ones that were subject to our affiliates, big ups to you guys. Some of them are going to medicine, some of them are going to law. Those ones that are with our affiliates, being teacher and tutors, and the secret. Keep it locked. You never know, I might just spill it. And with the results, I'm impressed. 100% impressed. Most on our affiliate side, because what they do on the affiliate side is they basically help in terms of conceptualizing the knowledge of stuff, and helping students really catch on in terms of that varsity vibe, so that it can really be nicer and nicher. And they're about to bring out a new set of programs this year, from more especially the other affiliation of The Secret. And it's going to be great. I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. I'm in touch with it. That's where we are. But the Matric results so far impressive, more so this year. And yeah, we're waiting for what to see. But let's get down to the review of the PUA. That's just technically what you're already here for. I know. I said I'll review it last week. But now it's this week. So, what is the PUA? What is the Pre-University Academy? The Pre-University Academy, if you watch the clip, right, which I believe what I'll do is I'll somehow splice it in here so that you guys can really see it, and listen to it. I'll just put it in there, just to put it in there. Hopefully, I'll be able to do that and put it in there for you guys so you can listen as to what the PUA is all about. Actually, I'm putting it in.
Them under the umbrella of the Pre-University Academy. So this is a prestigious program which seeks to produce the next generation of global leaders. That is our graduate. Now, how will they be leaders? What kind of attributes would we like to engender in them? So first of all, they must be grounded in the academic disciplines, but they must be able to integrate knowledge across different disciplines and disciplinary boundaries, and to be able to discuss, contemporary subjects like climate change, sustainability. As you said, you're interested in sustainability. You cannot talk about sustainability, yes, if you don't talk from an interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary angle. So the talent side, we have a cohort of selected learners that are either talented or have the potential to succeed from different socioeconomic classes. And what we do is we complement what they are taught in the schooling system. And our teaching is very different. It's conceptual teaching, which is often valued at university instead of what we call procedural teaching. The difference between the two is in terms of the basic education sector, the focus is usually on give me the correct answer. Whereas at university, the focus is why is this the correct answer? Can you motivate why you believe is correct? Or if you go wrong, why, where, and how did you go wrong? So the thinking behind what you are doing is very important. So we offer STEAM subjects, science, technology, engineering, the arts and mathematics. It's very important. It's not STEM, but STEAM. And that shows the integration between the science and the arts subjects. And the selected learners acquire 4 IR skills. We expose them to different teaching and learning methodologies, debates and discussion. And the curriculum actually provides high school students attributes to thrive at universities. And they also do challenging academic tasks, which will also position them, for a rapidly changing future and also global competitiveness in terms of South Africa as a whole. So that would be, a kind of global picture I would provide in terms of the pre-university academy.
Let's listen. It's, as you've heard, the PUA is merely focused on conceptualizing knowledge, of putting knowledge in a non-procedural way, which is what the education within our country, the basic education structures are really doing. They are basically pushing it in a procedural manner more so, whereas Varsity really values the conceptual formats of it, right? So it's mostly those parts which they focus on, and the program focus on the model tasks, which I believe we'll go in depth with once we go into the second part of it. And these tasks are there to obviously then help kids be competitive, really see what the much impact they can get and bring towards everything is in this manner. And yeah, a lot really is going on with that program. It's also one which they bring in students and allow them from either socioeconomic class in itself. They bring everybody and they get connected, line up with somebody, and somebody lines up with you in a way that is really how should I say, based on you, right? Because conceptual learning, don't take it lightly. I wouldn't say it's public knowledge, I think. I'm not sure though, but in terms of when you research about it, conceptual knowledge is a very baked in situation, right? Where we basically are saying, this is who you are. Then there's procedural, right? We're going to talk about the procedural traditional education. Procedural, conceptual. Actually, let me just start with the procedural so that you guys can get a glimpse of exactly what's going on in the basic education system. Procedural or traditional learning, which is traditional education, what they're basically doing there, they're saying, okay, cool, I'll choose the ideas which I believe are good for you in order for you to thrive in the very same society in which you're in. And I'm giving you that. And then from there, these are my ideas to you, which I believe fit you according to society. And you're supposed to pick. Take that, put it in your head, store it. Exam time arrives, boom, done. You forget about that, grandpa's forget, right? CPF, we've all said that at some point of our lives, not me though. But we come into that moment. Conceptual learning, on the other hand, is a very unique, beautiful way, which our affiliates call it mind learning. It's a very unique type of learning, which now states and puts you in a position where you come in with your ideas. I basically say, I want to know about this. I ask you instead of me telling you. And then me asking you then gives me a glimpse of exactly where you are in mindset. And then I line up with you. And then I make examples that are related to the very same concept in which you literally brought on. And then I turn up the complexity as I go along. But that idea was the foundation yours, which then encourages you to really own that very same knowledge in which you are already taking. So it's a beautiful way of learning, which I believe raises innovative minds, because they're not doing it because they feel like you own the idea or they own the idea. But it's a very much beautiful concept. And it's a way which, if you look at the golden era of science, right? If you look at the golden era of science, most minds came straight from the conceptual mindset. They didn't really come from the procedural standards. They came out mostly from the conceptual mindsets. They were really passionate and they allowed their concepts to really ride, and they just took from there and then started to literally relearning everything. That's where we had one of the best innovative times of our lives back then anyway, unlike now where we really don't get to touch that. We are the least disruptive. I believe we spoke about that sometime last week. And that's where the PUA becomes the most prestigious in developing such, because once you have been molded from the basic education sector, right, as well as our affiliates, once you've been molded around that, trust and believe, once you get to varsity, it becomes way easier, because then you are already in touch with how conceptual learning really works, that when you get there, you don't have to really struggle. It's only 2 semesters. You have approximately 4 months to 4 months at best to really learn and understand what you need to. And CPF and procedural learning doesn't now work. You now have to adapt to conceptual learning, to which some don't adapt that quick, some can adapt just as quick, and they'll be really okay. They'll just get the bounce of it. But most of those are the ones who really subconsciously were doing it in a way that is conceptual already. So they already said they're already done. And that's where everything really comes together with. So those are some of the aspects which the PUA is really bringing in terms of value, more especially in the disparity that our education is under, right? It's a very much despairing situation, unfortunately, that our education is under. But this changes everything. And one of our affiliates, The Secret, just going to keep it going like that. And they also are looking to have more of a greater impact when they basically come to the fore to everybody. They're looking to have one of the most prestigious impacts as well, more so in literally also evaluating and aggravating the situations with resources in schools and preparing them for IR kids. And a lot can really go on with The Secret. And God, I'm excited for literally spilling this affiliate to you guys. I want to spill it now, but can I please beg members of the affiliation group, can we tell them who's doing this whole setup, right? Can we? We already, okay, not yet, but The Secret is coming, and this is where we're just going to spread the word a bit nicer. So this is, as I said, it's going to be more of a short thing. It's going to be a short episode. I'm alone. I think that should come to mind. But otherwise, let's get into the other news. It so happens that the executive learning, the IECG, was in South Africa most recently on a learning excursion. They were here at Gibbs at the Gordon Institute of Business Sciences. They were here on a learning excursion, and God, they went through a good learning excursion from Gibbs. It's Gibbs, guys. It's Gibbs. I will not say much. It's Gibbs, right? So they came all the way from Paris to this side to really be on a learning excursion. And hope IECG, you learned a lot from Gibbs because they offer that much Thank you. So yeah, they came along and learned what they learned, to which I don't have full depth of. I'm just giving you information so far so that you can know about it. In good sustainability news, here are your sustainability news. We've seen last year there was a group of students from the UP, 3 students more so, that created this. I think I should also put up a clip, a picture of what I'm talking about, and then you can really get to know exactly what was did from that under the leadership of Professor Dawana Bay. Look, I'm not gonna say much. I'm loving his work. I'm loving the way he's interacting with everybody, and literally allowing that side of saying this is where UP is going. Sustainability is a very much core at this stage of the UP from what I'm seeing. So that's what I'm also seeing as well into those aspects, and a lot is really going on within those areas where what they did, they basically created a more like a solar provided machine that can basically cleanse water to become safe drinking water. And I believe some of these ideas never really get out, which is where the secret is about to come in. Some of these some of these ideas that are so beautiful and so not out there are not out there. I believe as the affiliates, the secret belief, they should be out there, right? And this is one. God, I'm excited about this secret. I'm excited about it. But when it spills, it will spill. The time will come, and we'll be mostly talking on such things and spreading such ideas and lining up with everybody. You know, we are excited about that. We want to really see that. So yeah, let's see where the secret is about to journey and take us into as well about that. But what I can promise you, these sustainability ideas, what Africa can bring, what South Africa can bring, it's going to unfold into the world stage, and we're going to see it way better, and at the same time improving our own basic education sector in a very larger way. That's where the secret comes in. It will be basically steering the pot around such ideas and conversations and what these ideas that are being built can really do. So enough about that for now. I didn't have much to really state on, apart from the fact that also the UP is also helping with some of the transformation stuff as well, and what they're also doing. And so it's of great prestige, and that should not be ignored whatsoever. We should really take into account some of those aspects of which will improve transportation in the future, whereas the engineering building that he spoke about that time now comes in. I think I should also put a picture of it as well, so that you guys can see how beautiful it is. But yeah, that's part of what is there. And yeah, I think so far this is the best I can really give you on a solo act for the Varsity on record. And we are here to really bring you guys into the full-blown course of exposing the secret very soon. Who runs Varsity on record? Who is sponsoring this, right? The sponsor affiliated to it. But yeah, so we are looking forward to more conversations in the sustainability space. A lot is going on, a lot is going to go on, and the 2023 is going to be very beautiful. Don't forget a masterclass by Dr. Rosette Phillips, which will be touching on education, the future of work, and so look, talking a little bit more about that. Just check it out on LinkedIn. If you're on LinkedIn, and then we should be able to see that there's going to be 4,100 for the course on the 28th of February. Just I trust and believe that you should be there so that you can be able to really see and endeavor into such, right? So yeah, let's conversate some more. But before that, Here's your fun fact. So fun fact of the day, how to stop procrastination. Take your volume of work. This is me now. Take your volume of work. If you are basically procrastinating, give yourself an hour a day. Listen to some lo-fi, listen to some jazz. That's the best cooling way of doing it. Or listen to music without lyrics, really. At a very nicer, softer pitch, and just stick it there. That is very calming. If it doesn't feel calming to you, it's not the one, I believe. And then just sit for an hour. Challenge yourself to do an activity for an hour a day, or at least 30 minutes a day. First things first, do the small things before you do anything. Make sure that you do your bed. Basically, prepare something to eat for yourself. That will then lead you to a very nicer way of starting your journey and to not procrastinating. And yeah, that should be able to really help you guys. And remember, the volume of work in which you do, if you do too much easy work, then that's not you really doing much, right? That's you now just basically being busy. You don't want to be busy, you want to be productive. And being productive starts with you doing real tasks that are really more effective, that really now scale you up to a better place of standing. So students, this is basically advice for you guys, more so. So let's remember, listen to a good calming sound, no lyrics whatsoever, put it there, and then start studying for that hour, so that you can be able to know that every single day I'll be doing this one. If ever it's going to be reading, if you're going to take time in reading like something that you're more passionate about or something that's in line with your course, read it for that hour. Make it that it's part of your routine. That will help you in discipline, making sure when you have to do something, you're going to do it before anything, because you know that you cannot disappoint that one thing that you have to do for that 1 hour. You cannot disappoint it. You cannot disappoint having that 1 hour that you're going to be reading on. So just take that up, and then at the same time, don't take up easy tasks, take up effective tasks. Don't look busy, be productive. Those are some of the words from myself and some of the advices from myself. So hope you enjoyed my solo ride. It would have been double, obviously, if somebody else was here, but I wore a t-shirt that matched the color from last week for them. I'm just saying. But see you next time on Varsity on Record. Hopefully this time with a special guest again, and more special guests to come around, and in the sustainability and academia world of things. So remember, this is your insight to academia. I didn't talk about much, but I spoke about much. So don't forget, light is particularly a wave that it resonate with generations. From myself, G.B. Lana. I'll see you guys next time. I'll hear from you guys next time. I'll possibly be live with you next time. And I'll spill the secret next time. For now, stay blessed. Be on record. Be in school. Be an innovative mind. Have a sustainable life. And light once more is particularly a wave. Let it resonate for generations. See you soon. Bye. Thanks.